Hey guys, Chaos here. So in today's video, I'm going to be going over Baal, aka Raiden Shogun, aka the Electro Archon, whatever you want to call her. This character is by far my favorite character in all of Genshin Impact. She is so fun, and so in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys everything you need to know about her kit, how she works, who she works with, how to build her. Basically, this is just a complete guide on Raiden Shogun. She's a really fun character. And before we start, I want to say that we have a Blessing of the Welkin Moon giveaway. So to join that, you need to be in the Discord server, which is down in the link below, or the comments section. And also, you need to be subscribed to the channel. Winner will be picked at 750 subs. But without further ado, let's get right into the guide. Alright, so firstly, we're going to be going over the main character, some stats, stuff like that. So, Raiden Shogun is a Electro character, of course. She is a Polearm character, and she is pretty much a burst DPS slash main DPS. Her Ascension stat is going to be Energy Recharge, which factors into her kit, which I will show you guys in a bit. And so let's start with her talents. Her first talent is her main attack. The normal attacks don't do that much damage. You shouldn't be doing them that much. I have them right now at 6, but this is not the focus of what you should be leveling up. I'm going to be crowning all of Baal, like a triple crown, because she's my favorite character, but that doesn't mean you guys should as well. So, that's basically just make sure to, level up the right talents. And the normal attack is not one of them. Next up is going to be the Transcendence Baleful Omen. Now, what this basically does is once you plop it down, it does, as you can see at talent level 6, it does 164% damage, which is pretty good for a pop-up, little quick E. It has 25 duration and 10-second cooldown, so it is a 100% uptime ability. You can always have this up doing extra damage, like an Albedo, or Fischl, or Beto. Basically, what this does is every time you attack, it does a coordinated attack with you. That does AoE electro damage. It does an electro slash. That does some pretty decent damage for some, just extra damage. But the main focus of this ability is the elemental burst damage bonus. As you can see right here at level 6, we got 0.27 per energy. So basically, depending on your character's burst cost, as you can see right here, my burst cost on Baal is 90, and that's basically normal. But oh, someone's trying to join me. Let's just go check that. But basically what this will do, for every energy it takes to do your character's burst, it'll give you 0.27% damage. So basically, when you're at around 80 cost, it'll be around like a 20% damage boost, which is pretty decent. It's a pretty good E that you can always have up. So, it's a pretty good E. Make sure to always have it up. And next ability is going to be her ult. Now this is where all her damage is going to be coming from. As you can see, I already crowned it. And this skill is really good. This is all what Baal's about. So first thing is her main slash. As you can see, 721%. Really good. And so basically, Baal has this thing called Resolve Stacks. Now, to get Resolve Stacks, you get 1 Resolve Stack per 0.20 energy consumed. So, do with that what you may, but basically you need high energy cost characters to get your full stacks. It might take a couple of rotations if you don't have the C1, which we'll get into later, but it's extra damage. As you can see, you get 7% initial from the bonus stacks, and then 1.3 attack damage per stack, so it is really good. Make sure to get your stacks. As you can see, the auto attacks with this burst are really good. They do a lot of damage. Mine can hit up to 40,000, 50,000. So it's really good. This burst lasts up to 7 seconds. And basically, the burst also restores energy for your party. So basically, every time I do my burst, all my other party characters basically almost have their bursts off cooldown. So this is why you need to build energy recharge, as you will see right here. So first of all, when nearby party gain elemental orbs or particles, you gain 2 resolve stacks, pretty good. But this is the best talent Baal has. It is really good. Every 1% above 100 energy recharge that Raiden Shogun possesses. So basically you get for every 1% above 100%, you get 0.6 greater energy restoration from her burst, which is great, and then 0.4% electro damage bonus. Now, this is going to factor into her artifacts and her weapon choice, which is so basically you're going to want to build ER on your ball. You're I cannot speak, but you're gonna get basically as much ER as you can, just for this electro damage bonus and for some later stuff we're gonna go into. Her third talent is nothing special. More expended when ascending swords and pole arms is decreased by 50%, which is, you know, a good third passive. Next we're gonna be going over is her artifacts. I am running Emblem of Severed Fate. It is by far her best set. You should only be running this set, unless if you're doing like another different, like a physical ball build. The only one I can, in good conscience, recommend farming is the Emblem of Severed Fate. It is just too good. It gives you 20% energy recharge off the set, and for the 4-piece, you get 25% energy recharge. You get 25% elemental burst damage of your energy recharge, and you get a maximum of 75% bonus damage. So you're already going to be building energy recharge on Baal just because of her, you know, her passives. But this 75% bonus damage is basically what it says, bonus damage. It's just more damage. It's a lot more damage. And since the burst is where most of her damage is going to be coming from, you know, it's a great upgrade. And so you can see right here, I have really good artifacts. I got really lucky. You know, just the usual crit rate, crit damage, energy recharge. Sands, you're going to want to run attack percent or ER if you don't have enough. ER, I would recommend going around 250% for your ball. For a goblet, you're also going to want to go attack percent, because if you have what I just said, if you have 250 ER, you know, you won't need electro damage because of some diminishing return math stuff. I won't really get into much detail about it, but basically, run attack. It's just better. It's more damage. If you don't have a lot of energy recharge, yeah, you can run a electro damage goblet, but basically the best one is attack percent for the sands and goblet. And then finally for the circlet, you're going to want to run either crit damage or crit rate. I don't know why it swapped to that one. But this crit rate right here, it balances out my stats. You know, just pick the one with the best stats and the one that's going to help out your character the most. Next, we're going to be going over the weapon. So her best weapon is, of course, going to be her main weapon, the Engulfing Lightning, which is on her weapon banner right now. It's going to go in a few days, so make sure to get it if you do want it. But there are a lot of good F2P choices, like the Catch. The Catch is her second best weapon. You know, it's even better than pretty much all the other 5 stars. You know, it's better than, I'm pretty sure it's better than Staff of Homa, Jade Winged, the Skyward one. So it's really good. Make sure to get Refinement rank 5. This one is really grindy to get. I will have a link in the description showing you how to get the Catch as fast as possible. But next weapon, I'm just going to be going over the ones I have first, is Star Glitter. This one's, you know, it's fine. It's not that great. It's decent if you're running a physical damage ball, but that's really it. Crescent Pike, same thing with that, not that good. Dragon's Bane, also not that good. Favonius Lance, probably the second best F2P weapon you can run on her. Pretty good because of the energy recharge and the bonus particles you can get, which can give you more resolve stacks. But, Dragon Spine is useless on her. As for 5 stars, you know, her main weapon, of course, is the best. Staff of Homa's really good. Jade Wing Spear, really good. Vortex Vanquisher is pretty meh on her. Jade Wing Spear, also pretty decent. I don't know if I already said that, but Skyward Spear, also really good. Next thing we're going to be going over is her Constellations. Now, you do not need any Constellations to run Baal as a main DPS, burst DPS, whatever you want to run her as. You don't need Constellations or the weapons or refinements at all. You could just use the base Baal, especially if you're F2P, you don't really need these. But she does have some really good Constellations early on. The first one is going to be basically just bonus stacks from your burst. So if you're running a Electro character, you get 80% more stacks, and for other characters you get 20% more stacks. You know, it's a good bonus. I got pretty lucky on my wishes and I got an extra Baal, which is pretty decent. And next one is going to be the big one. This is where most of her damage is going to be coming from. If you're going for a Constellation, I recommend going here or to C3. I'll show you guys in a second. But, you know, this one is really good. 60% defense ignored by her burst. Really good damage. There's not a lot of characters that can ignore defense. So this is going to be a really rare slash, you know, cracked Constellation. So if you're going to get a Constellation or you're focused on getting at least one thing, it would be C2 because this one is probably the best one in her kit. Next one is the talent +3 for her burst. This is pretty early on, it's C3, so you know it's really good because most of her kit is focused on the burst. So you get around like a 20% more damage with this Constellation. But if you're gonna wish for Constellations, I recommend you either stop at C2 or C3 because that's where most of her good stuff is gonna be coming from. C4 is fine. It provides some extra bonus attack to your other party members, but it's not that great. I wouldn't recommend going for it. C5 is just more damage for your E, which is pretty good, and also you get more you get more burst damage on your other characters when you have your E on. And then the C6 it's not really great. It's not really great. Basically, what it does is it decreases your elemental burst cooldown when you hit opponents with a burst. But you know, characters don't really need their burst to be decreased unless if you're talking about, I don't know, like a Eula or something, which is one of her greatest combos. I made a video on it. But you don't really need this at all. Unless if content like this comes in the future where you're just gonna have to speed run this. You know, it's not that great at all. I would not recommend this one at all. I would recommend C2 and C3. Those are the only ones you should be going for. Alright, the next thing we're going to be going over is teammates that can support her well. The first, of course, is going to be Kujo-Sara. She's really good, especially if you have her at C6. And even if you have your Baal at C1, you know, you get those extra stacks from a 80 cost Electro character. So it's really good. Kujo-Sara's really good with Baal, especially if you have her C6, which I do. You get the extra 60% more Electro damage, crit damage. So I definitely recommend running Kujo-Sara with Baal, especially if you have C6 on her. Another good character will be Kazuha. He's just a good all-around support. He does a lot of damage. He upgrades your elemental damage. He's just a really good character. Plus, he's fun, and Raiden Shogun's also fun. The two funnest characters together equals double the fun. Another really good combo, this is one of the best ones, is Eula and Shogun. I made a video on it, but they basically, if there's any flaws in these characters, those two remove them. Shogun removes basically any energy cost problems with Eula, and you know she also gives her super conduct plus extra damage. You know, it's a really good combo. I would really recommend if you have Eula. Rosaria can also be really good. She can increase your crit rate. Ganyu can also be a really good ice support slash sub DPS. Albedo and Zhongli, I'm going to talk about them together. If you're running double Geo, that is great. But if you're just running Zhongli alone, it's great. He's a really good character. His shield protects you, and you get that buff from his E. So he's also just a really good character to pair. Diona, one of my favorite healers in the game, probably my favorite healer in the game. She's just a really good healer. She provides you a shield. She gives you some healing. You know, she can give you some elemental reactions if you're running like a vape, not a vape comp, a electrocharge comp. So you could run her. Tartaglia can be a good main DPS slash sub DPS to pair with Baal. If you're running Child as a main DPS in a Taser comp, you could run him with Baal and someone like Fischl or Beto. Beto doesn't work with Shogun, but you know, it could be a pretty decent you know, Taser comp. Next we got Klee. Klee is going to be really good for some, you know, some explosion damage. You get that nice explosion, big boy PP numbers with Klee. She's really good. I mean, she's not as good as other characters. Speaking of explosions, you could also run Yoimiya for that awesome overload. You know, you could do something like a Yoimiya burst and then swap to Raiden, you know, auto attack, hit those Yoimiya bursts, and then you could even do something like a Yoimiya, a Baal E, and then if you even do a Yoimiya burst, She can still proc her own burst while she's still auto-attacking with her E. So they're just a really good pairing. Shogun's probably Yoimiya's best support, just because you need overload damage with Yoimiya. She doesn't really work well with Vape. So Shogun is probably the best support for Yoimiya, in my opinion. Another character is going to be Mona. Mona's good for big explosion damages. If you want to see the big numbers, then you gotta run Mona. She's actually in my team. My whole team is based around, getting the big numbers. But she's just a really good support, good battery. If you're running ER on her, she can, get some more energy if you're missing some. But, she just does a lot of damage. She has a high burst cost, which is good for stacks, and yeah, she's just good. Jean is also another good character to run with Viridis Inventor, because she has an 80 cost burst, plus she can be a good healer. And Sucrose can also be good, especially if you're running her with Thrilling Tales of Dragon Slayers, but it can be hard to get it on Baal, especially with some comps. And then we got Bennett, really good character. He's, it shows he's a 4-star, but he's actually not. He's the first 6-star character, if you guys didn't know. But, yeah, he's really good. He's healer. He gives you attack bonus. But yeah, he's really good. I'm running him in my team for my, big damage. Fischl can be okay. She can, get some more electro damage. Xingqiu can be a really good support. He has that 80 burst cost, but, he doesn't really need Baal for his energy, which is great, especially if you're running him with the Sacrificial Sword. He can fuel himself. If your Baal doesn't have that great energy recharge, you could just use him, and he's a really good sub DPS. He does a lot of damage. You can get electro charged with your Baal, and yeah, it can be some pretty good damage. Beidou does not work with Baal, don't use her with her. Xiangling can be really good. She's one of the best 4-star DPSs, probably the best. She does a lot of damage. You can do some overload with her and Baal every time the tornado shuriken thing spins around. Baal's E is gonna proc, and you can get some pretty good damage out of that. Alright, so here is my Baal team. I actually have 2 variations. My first is just my main DPS Baal build. As you can see, I have Raiden Shogun. I got Kujo-Sara at C6. She's really good. She can, provide her buff. She's also really good because of her electro resonance, it's not the greatest resonance. But, because she's an electro character, I do have C1, so, I get that extra stacks, plus she's an 80 cost character. Mona, also 80 cost character, good damage, good support capabilities, good buff capabilities, really good character. And Bennett, just Bennett, he's just really good. And my other variation, as you can see right here, I'm gonna build it here with you guys, is going to be Eula, main DPS. Baal as a sub DPS, Xingqiu for some extra damage, get that frozen, freeze the characters and then shatter with Eula, so you get some nice physical bursts. And also you can get some electro charge with Raiden. And then you can run either Rosaria, which can be good because of her, double ice crit rate. And you can also run Diona, who is my character that I'm running with this team, because I'm not that great at the game. I need a healer, I need a shielder. So yeah, this is basically my 2 Baal teams. They're really good. I'm going to showcase this one right now. We're actually going to go to Masanori, and we're going to go test this team out. So I'll see you guys when we're there. Alright, so here we are at Masanori. I'm going to do a quick showcase. I've already done a bunch of Baal showcases. This is not going to be a full showcase. I will do my next full showcase when I do have Baal triple crowned and all my supports built. But this is going to be a quick representation of how much damage he does, and I'm also going to show you my team rotation if you also do want to run this team. So basically what you're going to do is you pop the E, you go to Bennett, you do his burst, you go to Mona, do her burst, you do Kujo-Sara's burst, and then you just slash. I didn't see how much numbers that did, but as you can see, a lot of damage. The supports, they buff her a lot, and as you can see, she already has her burst back off cooldown, and a bunch of these supports also almost have their burst back, so, she basically removes any energy problems your teams may have. So we're just gonna run the quick combo again, do the Bennett, do the Mona, and then you're gonna go right here. I forgot to do the Kujo-Sara, but as you can see, still some really good damage. I think he blocked the main slash at the beginning. This is not really the greatest of representations of Baal's damage, but as you can see, it's still doing a lot of damage. Normal attacks, as you can see, not that great, even at talent level 6. E can do around like 2,000 damage, and when you pop it out, it didn't occur right there, but it does around like 5,000, 7,000 damage. Basically, as you can see, really good character. Would definitely recommend getting her. She's so fun. Funnest character in the game. Her design is awesome. Her lore is awesome. Oh my god, why is everyone trying to join me? But, she's really F2P friendly, especially when you can get the catch, which is her second best weapon, and her best artifact set is in a pretty resin efficient domain, especially because Shimano was in there, and that's also a really good set. It's basically, if you're running a two-piece, it's basically like farming Gladiator. But, yeah, that's just my complete showcase flash guide on Baal. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. There will be more videos in the future coming about Baal, especially my fully built Baal showcase is going to be coming when I triple crown her finally, and when I level up all the supports. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to join the Discord server and subscribe to the channel to join the Blessing of the Welcome Moon giveaway. And if you stuck around here till the end, make sure to comment, "I like cookies," if you stayed around here, and I'll heart your comments. But yeah, thanks for sticking around, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.